Hey, get the pen family. So I want to know who's keeping these storage facilities in business. I see storage facilities popping up all over the place. U-Haul, storage, various storage facilities. So I keep seeing them pop up, and I'm wondering who has this much stuff that we need so many storage facilities around. I mean, they're literally popping up all over the place. I've been driving around, and I'm always driving around. I'm in the field today, and I noticed that, and I'm wondering who's keeping them in business. Maybe y'all know. But what I think it's indicative of is a generation who cannot let go. Let me tell you, I've moved a few times, started over a few times, but one of the times when I moved, I had leftover things. I left Michigan to go to Texas. So of course I couldn't take everything, and I wanted to hold on to some of my belongings. So I put the things in storage. I had a relatively small storage unit where I was keeping a few items that I did not want to part with, that I thought I should hold on to this until I can get back to it. So that first of the month kept coming around so fast. I was paying like $121 a month. And when I did the math, $121 a month times 12 in a year, that's about like roughly $1,500. And I asked myself, is the stuff I have in there even worth $1,500? The sentimental value of it, I could get over that. But I thought about it, and then I said, in a year, $1,500 later, will I even want this stuff? After the rodents have used it as a playground, it's probably just gonna be trash by the time a year rolls around. And then it set me back $1,500, and I still got to replace the stuff anyway. So I started wondering, well, what sense is it to spend money to store things that aren't going to even be worth what you put into it when you end the duration of the storage period, if you end it? Because some people store things indefinitely with no end date in mind, and it's just an infinity of how much money you're spending month after month on storage for something that's not even worth what you're paying every month. So that's when I decided storing things like that is not a good idea. It's not fiscally a good idea. It's just a poor use of money, in my opinion. And I'm probably stepping on a lot of toes, because I'm sure a lot of you might have a storage unit, because there's so many of them out there and they keep opening them. There's got to be a lot of demand, and I'm sure that some of you might fall in that category. And I'm not being judgy or judgmental, because I understand there are some situations where it probably is necessary to use a storage facility in the short term while you figure out what we're going to do with this stuff. Sometimes there's an immediate need to store things, and it's going to be a very temporary situation. I get that. But when there is no plan for ending this storage situation, that's where I find it to be wasteful. Because by the time you come back around, when you circle back to picking those items up, and you've spent a couple $1,000s keeping it stored, you could have replaced it with brand new stuff with new energy and a fresh feel, and not some musty old furniture that's been sitting and maybe infested with rodents. Somebody could put in the comments to help me understand, or make it make sense, or tell me where I could be wrong. I don't know, because obviously there's quite a bit of demand for these storage units. But I think that it is indicative of a generation who just can't let go. There is a person that I know, and I'm not going to call her out, who moved from one state to another and lugged everything she had in an overstuffed U-Haul truck that was hazardous to drive for a 9-hour drive. That's how important it was to hold on to this stuff. I hope that we can become a generation that learns how to let go and learns how to release things. I understand sentimental value. I understand heirlooms, and there are some things that we do need to hold on to that are important. But we should keep that at a minimum. Keep it contained, those very important things. But for the most part, we need to learn how to let go and move on and realize that things can be replaced. Not just replaced, but upgraded to something fresh and something new. I like new things. When I moved the last time, once I learned my lesson about putting things in storage, I started giving things away, and I felt better about giving away furniture to somebody who might be in need. Or you can donate it and use the tax credit for the charitable donation. There's so many things you can do that might be financially a better option than putting things in storage and spending that money every month. That's money that you could save, and when you're ready to move again, you can buy new stuff. And new items have new, fresh energy. It's not a stale energy that comes from just sitting in a storage unit among rodents and insects and things like that. If you've ever stored anything, you know, spiders, rats, mice, all kinds of things that your items are being exposed to when they sit for months on end, and you're paying for that. I just want to encourage you to use your money more wisely when it comes to storage and letting go of things. Let us learn how to let go, not just of furniture and items, but other baggage, emotional baggage that we insist on carrying because we think we need it, because we've had it for so long, or because we think it's so unique, or it's so this or so that, or whatever justification we try to use to make it okay to hold on to. Let us learn how to let that stuff go and embrace new, fresh things. New starts deserve new things and new energy, fresh energy, happy energy. We don't want the stale, old, insect, spidered up, old stuff anymore. Let's let it go. And now the storage places are going to be mad at me because a lot of you are going to go get your stuff out of storage and give it away, or have an estate sale and sell it and use that money to save or put up toward your new furniture that's going to be fresh and out of the box, brand new. This has been a Get the Pen Moments. I'm Janine Folks. Check me out on Amazon, Janine Folks, or getthepen.net. Have a great one, guys.